If you've been following along with this project, you know that my Sniper Quadrajet crapped out on me. I had to send it back to Holly for testing. Well, I shipped it back probably about the 11th of June. They received it on the 14th of June, didn't get it checked in till the 18th of June. And I called them about 2 weeks later, and they said it was still waiting to be tested. And I'm figuring that they're going to call me back. And, let me know what it was. Now, I bought this thing a long time ago because I was doing a big project and it was out of warranty. They wouldn't honor a warranty on it. And I'm just noticing on here, Holly EFI passed testing, and it's dated July 23rd. So, I'm trying to think of the dates here. I was going on vacation, so I figured I'm not going to call them. I don't want them shipping it back since it's such an expensive piece. I don't want that sitting on my doorstep for 3 or 4 days. So I didn't bother to call till I came back from vacation. So I called them on like July 31st, I believe it was. And it was a Monday. They told me that it had been repaired. They didn't tell me what was wrong with it. The paperwork that I got via email said something like miscellaneous parts. So I don't know what they did unless there's paperwork in this box. I have no idea what they did to it, but they charged me nothing in that box. They charged me, it ended up being $262 with shipping and tax or whatever to get this back. Never really told me what they did to it, but they said that it had been repaired. The problem wasn't passing the ground signal from the Hyperspark distributor. Comes through the control unit in here, the ECU in here, and goes back to this capacitive discharge ignition in order to ground it out and trigger a spark from the coil to the distributor. So in spite of the fact that I only had less than an hour of running time, they wouldn't do anything for me on the warranty. They kept it for at least a week after the tag says it was repaired, and never called me, never emailed me. Then when I did call, it was a Monday. They didn't ship it till Thursday, so It was a month and a half plus. A month and 3 weeks, if you count the time it took for me to ship it to them. For me to get this thing back from them. So I'm going to install it. I'm not going to video that. One thing I will say is I have no idea what firmware they have in here now, whether they changed that or not, because when I put the original one on, it had conflicting firmware between what was in the ECU and what was in the handheld unit that you use to program it. So I may be back at step one as far as that is concerned. So I don't think I'm going to video putting it back on. I'm going to just put some music on and chill while I'm doing it, because I have a video out there of me installing it. I think I have a video of me reinstalling it after the poor instructions from the manufacturer of the heads resulted in a leak of antifreeze into the crankcase, and I had to take it off and put it back on. So I'll get that done, and once that's done, I'll come back and we'll see whether we've got the correct firmware in the darn thing. Just figured I would show you the tag they put on it that says it was passed testing on 23rd of July 2024. Right up there at 10:40. I guess that's AM. It's probably a 24-hour clock. So I do know that the unit they sent back is the unit I sent in, because they told me to mark my repair number on it. And let me zoom in on that. I put it on a piece of tape on the unit itself because I didn't want anything to be able to get it separated and then not know whose it was. So that little piece of green frog tape has my repair number on it. But it is the unit I sent in. I had to send my Sniper Quadrajet back in for repair. I got it back and I'm installing it and trying to run the setup wizard. And I've entered it so far up to the QJet 4 ZAA is displaying on the screen. And it wants me to hit start, but when I hit start, it fails. And I can tell you what that message is in just a second here when I try it. It says error, QJet 4 system, error 21 up in the top. And it says,
what's your FTW number? I want to check and see what they did to it.
Dang it. I got it here somewhere. 239384. Is that right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number I need. Let me see what they did to it.
Yep.
Might have to do a little something else to it before we do that. Let's find out. Okay, replace that ECU. Alright, let's go to the home screen on the Sniper.
Okay.
Go to File.
Okay.
ECU HW/FW.
Okay.
Hit the Upgrade ECU firmware bar.
Okay.
And we'll let it do its thing for a minute or two.
Did it act like it's doing something when I did that?
Yeah, just start doing something and then give you a progress bar after it says uploading BAM or BAM and such as that.
It kind of blinked when I touched it, but it's not doing anything else. Should I try touching it again?
Yeah.
And it says folder not found, Holly. Error
And
now.
pull the SD card out of your handheld, push it back in.
Let me put my phone down here. Okay.
And give that another try.
Okay, it's sitting on the upgrade ECU firmware screen. Should I just hit it there, or should I go back to home?
Yeah, just go ahead and hit it again.
And again, it's not doing anything. And if I hit it again, it says folder not found, Holly.
Okay, folder not found, something's going on goofy with that SD card. I may have to put the SD card in your computer and wipe it clean and put new contents in it.
Okay. You want me to do that while you're on the phone?
Mm-hmm, you can do that.
I can. The computer's not too far away.
Okay.
Now, if I put this back in the handheld, is it worth trying to just do the wizard again, or
Do what?
is it
We
worth?
can try the wizard again.
Would that make a difference that that was the wrong card in there?
Right, if it's the wrong card in there, it wouldn't even do the wizard unless you create it, but it won't let you load it.
That might be the problem. I'm getting too good at going through this wizard. Done it too many times. Okay, it says uploading GCF. Please cycle the ignition to complete the operation.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, I recycled the ignition. Okay. What I do next? Am I done?
Yeah, you're all done. Now you can cycle the key and hear your fuel pump come on and do the rest of your procedures. Run, you gotta do self-learning or anything else you need to do.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day, sir.
Okay, bye. Okay, I don't know all I recorded because I forgot I had turned on the video in order to talk to the guy from Holly. Well, what I found out is I had, and it may be in the video ahead of this, because if I captured it, I will put it in the video because I show everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Apparently, somehow I had gotten my SD cards mixed up, and I didn't have the Holly SD card in the handheld. And that was keeping me from storing my my Wizard program that tells it how many cubic inches you have and that you've got a Quadrajet Sniper and cubic inches and 8 cylinders, and that you've got a Hyperspark distributor and all that stuff. So it wasn't able to store it. So after 20 minutes on the phone or waiting on hold, it didn't take very long to figure out that the problem was it wasn't able to write it to that SD card, and the reason was my fault. I got the cards mixed up, ended up having a music SD card in there. Once I changed that, it went and fired up. It saved it first, and then it went and fired up, and I took it for a test drive, and a couple of observations. I don't know what I was recording, so you may have seen me struggle to get in and out of the car. The Corbeau seats that I bought are disappointing because I even called them and asked them about height of the seats and that. And I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm almost hitting the roof when I sit in there. I have to have the seat back reclined in order to not hit the ceiling, but in order for it not to hit the door panel, I have to have it forward. So I gotta pick my poison there. But I did take it for a spin, and the whole thing that started this issue with the Quadrajet, and by the way, he told me that they replaced the ECU in the Quadrajet Sniper, and that whole thing started because of the issue, and there's a video out there on it about the mode button on the CompuShift, and I had called them and got instructions on how to fix that, etc., etc. And when I went to restart the car, it didn't run because the Quadrajet ECU had failed. So I took it for a test drive, and with the mode switch wired correctly, even though correctly is not according to their instructions, car drives fine and shifts fine. And the last time when I had the thing wired wrong, I had difficulty even getting up the ramps to the lift, and I didn't have any problem with that today. So next thing is to take it on some highway to do the break-in procedure for the differential.